Hello everyone, I'm Francesca. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are starting off our spring recipes and I have two really delicious and pretty easy spring recipes for you guys. Our first recipe is going to be these delicious pesto tofu skewers with pesto quinoa, and the second recipe is going to be buffalo cauliflower wraps. They are so delicious and they're just really light, and I think they're just great as we approach this new season. As always, the full recipe is written out on my blog. There's links in the description box down below and you can find all the ingredients listed out down there as well, and there's also links to order my cookbook. I am so excited because I have loved the Angela Roy bags for as long as I can remember, since going vegan. When I first went vegan and I was researching like really high quality vegan leather bags, Angela Roy came up right away, and I actually have two bags from them and I use their Eloise satchel every day. I get so many compliments on that bag, and they reached out to me and asked if it'd be okay to send me over a bag and talk to you guys about them a little bit. So I am so excited because they sent me over their beautiful Share Mini Tote in light mud gray, and this bag is absolutely gorgeous. I've had my eye on the Share Tote for a very long time, so I absolutely love the color of this. The bag feels so nice and soft. It has all gold detailing and hardware, and the inside is so spacious. There's two compartments and then this like zipper compartment in the middle, which is just really, really nice. There's a lot of space in here. It has the little feet on the bottom of the bag, which is so nice for when you put it down on things. So their bags are just super, super high quality, beautiful bags. If you're in the market for a really great vegan bag, some vegan accessories, wallets, they have keychains and stuff, I cannot recommend them enough. They're all about being a no sacrifice, ethical brand, you know, creating things at an approachable price point without having to sacrifice animals in the process. So I can't recommend it enough. Thank you so much for sending me over this beautiful bag. I am so excited to use it. Isn't it just a beauty? Oh, it is so gorgeous. So yeah, like I said, new season, we're heading into summer. Get yourself something a little fun and fresh. So yeah, with all that being said, let's get into these recipes. So to make the pesto tofu skewers, you're going to start off by cutting up one zucchini. I'm going to chop off the end, and then we're going to cut it into about 1/2 inch thick slices. I want my vegetables not to be too thin, because otherwise once they cook on the skewer, it'll just kind of like mess everything up. So keep your things a little bit thicker when you're cutting them. Then we're going to cut up 1/2 of a bell pepper. This was a really large bell pepper, so I'm only going to use 1/2 of it. If your bell pepper is smaller, just use the whole thing. And I'm going to cut off the innards and the top part, and then I'm just going to make slices, and then from there I'm just going to cut it into little squares, again keeping them kind of thick, that way they match up with the thickness of the zucchini and everything cooks evenly. And then we're going to just pop that in the bowl with our zucchini. I kept it very minimal on the vegetables here, but you could use more vegetables if you like, onions, eggplant, mushroom, whatever you're feeling. But I just love zucchini and bell pepper together. Then we're going to cut up our tofu. I'm using super firm tofu. That's the tofu that comes almost like in a vacuum sealed bag with minimal water. Cut it into 1/2 inch thick slices, and then from there you can cut it into 6 pieces. Again, keeping these nice and thick, and really only make sure to use the super firm tofu, because when you skewer it, it can get kind of soft and then it might fall off. So you're just going to add about 3 pieces of tofu to each skewer. You're going to make 6 skewers, and then you can add about 3 to 5 pieces of each vegetable depending on how much you cut up. Then we're going to take a 1/4 cup of vegan pesto. I'm using the Trader Joe's pesto to keep this very easy, but you can make a homemade one as well. And I'm going to take a silicone brush and just brush it on all sides of the tofu skewers. This is very important to make sure it is covered very well, because this is really our only seasoning, which is fine because pesto has a lot of flavor in there, but just make sure to really coat these up well. And like I said, we're just going to do all sides, get everything really, really well, and then they'll be looking like this when they're all done, nice and beautiful. So for this, I'm going to use my Ninja Foodie grill. You can use a George Foreman grill, you can do it on a regular grill, you can bake them. I have all the instructions written out on the blog. I'm going to pop them in there, I'm going to let those cook. In the meantime, I'm going to make some quinoa, so I'm just going to add in my quinoa with water, bring it to a boil. Once it starts boiling, drop it to a simmer, cover for about 15 minutes. Very easy to make quinoa. Then you're going to add in about 1.5 tablespoons of your pesto. I only made 1 serving of the quinoa because it was just me eating by myself, but you would make 2 for 2 servings. And then our skewers are all done, so now we can plate it up. So we're going to start by adding our delicious pesto quinoa to the dish, and then you can add 3 skewers, and that's really it. You can top it with some flaky sea salt, you can top it with vegan pesto, you can top it with extra basil, and it is delicious and it's easy to make and it's comforting. So I think you will really, really enjoy it. I think it's just great for spring, and I love the colors on here, and it's just really delicious. Like I said, you can add extra vegetables if you like, and honestly, I'm not a big quinoa fan, and I loved the pesto quinoa. Like, I want to eat this every single day. So definitely give it a shot, but you can use a different grain if you want. Just you want to use rice or something like that. Very easy to customize. So for this recipe, we're going to take about 1/3 of a head of cauliflower, and I just chopped it up into really small florets. Make sure it's small so that way it fits in your wrap well. Then we're going to add a little bit of non-dairy milk and some breadcrumbs. We're just going to put a really light breading on this. Give them a little shake with the non-dairy milk to coat, and then going to add half of your breadcrumbs. Give it a nice little toss again to coat everything well, and then you can add the rest of it and give it another shake. I wanted to keep this very easy and not have to deal with like individually breading each floret. Like I said, it's a light breading. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're going to pop them onto a lined baking sheet, and then I just like to kind of scrape the bottom and like get those wet breadcrumbs up and onto the cauliflower. They'll crust on when they like bake in the oven. So then you're just going to give it a little bit of cooking spray on there, and you're going to pop those in the oven at 425 for 18 minutes. It'll look like this when it's all done, nice and golden. So then you can add 2 tablespoons of buffalo sauce. I like the one from Frank's Red Hot or Sweet Baby Ray's. Those are vegan friendly. And I'm just going to use my spoon, mix it all up. So to make our wraps, we got our buffalo cauliflower. We have some cooked brown rice. I like the Trader Joe's frozen brown rice for this. I have some spinach. I love spinach in wraps because it holds up a little bit better than iceberg lettuce. And we got some vegan cheese. I'm using vegan mozzarella. Use any vegan cheese that you like. And I have my little wraps. These are medium-sized wraps. We're going to make 3 of them. So you're going to take about a teaspoon of the buffalo sauce, spread it on the bottom of the wrap, add a little bit of your vegan cheese, then you're going to add a little bit of your spinach, and then you're going to add your brown rice, followed up by the buffalo cauliflower. This is very simple. I wanted to keep it very easy. You can add in extra things like carrots, corn, tomatoes. You can get as fancy as you want here. And then we have to hold our breaths and say a prayer while we roll up this little wrap, making sure to tuck and roll really tightly. And we're really close, and don't worry guys, I did do it, thank God. I always like have to really hold my breath and concentrate when I roll up a wrap. I'm going to put my wrap in the panini press so that way it gets really sealed up nice and tightly and everything's really warm through. That vegan cheese will get nice and melty. You can pop it in a pan. You don't have to do this, I guess, if you don't want to, but I would highly suggest that you do it. So I'm just going to pop those in there, get them some nice grill marks. Oh, beautiful, look at that. And now we can just cut them in half and check out the inside because that's where all the action's at. And looks so beautiful, looks delicious. I'm gonna add a little bit of vegan ranch on there. I'm using the one from Dea, or you can make a homemade one, whatever you're feeling. Add a little extra buffalo sauce and you're done. That's it, easy. Pair it with some fruit, veggies, chips, whatever you're feeling. It's just a nice, easy lunch, and these will last in the fridge for about 2 days. You know, you can wrap them up and then heat them back up in the panini press. All right, everyone, and those were our delicious recipes. I really hope you enjoyed them. If you try them out, let me know how they go. Leave a comment down below. Tag a picture on Instagram. Use hashtag plantifullybased so I can see your beautiful recreations. If you like my videos, you already know. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Helps the channel out, helps us to grow and spread more vegan recipes. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next week with another video. Bye.